Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today as usual, many things happening, many transfer news for you, several things to mention, and so let's jump into it. Some movements on the market all over Europe, all over the world. We have the World Cup, but things are happening on the market, so the movements are really everywhere. And we have to start by confirming the news from yesterday. So Elliot Anderson is going to Manchester City. The here we go is fully confirmed. £116 million. No add-ons. This is the transfer fee between Nottingham Forest and Manchester City. Anderson will sign a 5-year contract with option for further season after medical started today in New York. Elliot Anderson is with the English national team, we know that, at the World Cup, and he undergoes medical with the national team staff, completing everything in New York and then signing his contract in Manchester City. Record signing for Man City, paid more than Jack Grealish, £100 million. And so all done for Elliot Anderson becoming the new face of Manchester City midfield and also the first signing under Enzo Maresca. Let me tell you more also because another breaking exclusive news of the day, it's been about Real Madrid. Yesterday, Real Madrid met with Como in Madrid in their headquarters and told Como, we are going to activate the buyback clause for Nico Paz. But then, after this meeting, after 24 hours, Como tell Real Madrid, okay, we buy Nico Paz. We come and buy the player again on a permanent deal. Como will spend a total valuation between sell-on clause and upfront fee of 60 million euros. This is going to be the package for Nico Paz, but Real Madrid will maintain buyback clause. So Real Madrid can still resign Nico Paz in summer 2027. I will give you all the details, but Nico Paz remains under Real Madrid control. Let me clarify one thing. Nico Paz never told, I don't want to play for Real Madrid. Nico Paz told Real Madrid, this is not his words, this is what I am telling you as a concept, so don't take it as a literal context, but Nico Paz told Real Madrid, this season, there are so many players in my position, including now also Bernardo Silva. Maybe next summer, 2027, or in the future, there could be more space, and he would be way more happy to return to Real Madrid to play, rather than going to Real Madrid, sit on the bench, while at Como he has the possibility to be number 10, to be star of the squad, to be one of the best players in Serie A, and to be Champions League football player, because Como will play Champions League football this season. So, Nico Paz to Como from Real Madrid, here we go, done deal. More to mention also on Bruno Guimarães, guys. Another story I told you over the last 24 hours, bid from Arsenal, so important story, because Arsenal sent a proposal of £55 million to Newcastle, rejected, no intention to accept from Newcastle, and Newcastle also told Arsenal and the agents of the player they don't want to entertain any bid, they don't want to negotiate. For Bruno Guimarães, they want to keep the player, but Arsenal told players camp and are ready to tell Newcastle as well that they plan to return with a new proposal. So Arsenal want to try again for Bruno Guimarães with a higher proposal. Will this happen? I will let you know if it's gonna happen. I will let you know if Arsenal will send another official bid. The first proposal has been confirmed everywhere, and I can confirm £55 million, never enough to convince Newcastle. They want to keep the player, they want to continue with him. Now it's going to depend on this second bid. But Newcastle already told very clear that they want to keep Bruno Guimarães. Then guys, another big news, big bomba coming today. And it's about Gonçalo Ramos. Record signing for AC Milan. It's here we go. It's a done deal. Yesterday I told you official bid from Milan. Now the deal is agreed. Milan, Paris Saint-Germain. PSG will receive 75 million euros with add-ons. Record signing for Milan. The previous one was another Portuguese player, Rafa Leao, for 49.5 million euros from Lille. Now Milan signed Gonçalo Ramos on a permanent transfer from Paris Saint-Germain for 75 million euros package with add-ons. So a huge sale for Paris Saint-Germain. They make big money. The player was going to leave. I always told you already in March, in April, Gonzalo Ramos, Kang-in Lee, Atletico Madrid, Lucas Chevalier, there are players ready to leave Paris Saint-Germain. So Gonzalo Ramos is going to Milan, a huge signing for Milan because Ruben Amorim, the Portuguese coach, wanted Gonzalo Ramos already in the past as a coach, and now he will have the striker he wanted in this new project with Milan. So Gonzalo Ramos going to join the club. Then, guys, more to mention also on two more stories. One is regarding the situation of Viktor Gyökeres. I'm receiving many questions asking about Viktor Gyökeres to Atletico Madrid, Viktor Gyökeres' new Atletico striker, and all these stories. I can tell you that Atletico Madrid are not the only club trying to understand the situation of Viktor Gyökeres. There have been already important top clubs asking about the availability of Viktor Gyökeres for this summer transfer window already in May and beginning of June, but the answer from Arsenal was always, we want to keep the player. We believe in the player and Viktor Gyökeres is part of our project. So Arsenal were not opening the doors to an exit. Then, obviously, if something big comes to the table, we will see later this summer. But at the moment, the answer received by all the top clubs asking about Viktor Gyökeres has always been the same. And it's been, we want to keep the player, we want to trust Viktor Gyökeres. So I wanted to clarify this as I received many questions about this topic and was important to put a point. Then two more things, guys. Dani Ceballos leaving Real Madrid as a free agent. This is not a surprise if you are following the channel. I told you that for Real Madrid was not about the money. Real Madrid didn't want to make any penny of this. He was still under contract. Real Madrid just wanted to make some space in midfield, and so they told Dani Ceballos, you can go for free agent, go wherever you want. There was interest from Betis. Betis, one of the clubs keen on Dani Ceballos. He had the proposal also arriving from Ajax with the director Jordi Cruyff interested, but at the moment there is no agreement on the numbers, and so Ceballos is available on the market as a free agent. Keep an eye on Dani Ceballos because could be a very interesting story to follow in the next days, in the next weeks. And then let me finish, guys, also with Maxence Lacroix. Maxence Lacroix, because I told you everything about this deal in the recent days, contacts continue also today. Conversations continue also today between Lacroix and Chelsea, between Lacroix camp and Chelsea, between Chelsea and those close to Crystal Palace to start assessing details of the deal. Chelsea believe Lacroix is a very interesting player. He's not the only one on the short list. And again, I think it's really important to say that Chelsea could sign two centre-backs if exits are happening. So this is why Chelsea have a short list with several names. But among these names, Maxence Lacroix is a strong name, is a strong candidate, a player they are negotiating for. And Maxence Lacroix could be one of the next signings for Chelsea after Marco Palestra. Palestra completed his medical this morning. Palestra signed a 6-year deal with option for further season. And now Chelsea ready to go. All in also for defenders with Maxence Lacroix contacts advancing. Chelsea are very serious on this one. There are more clubs keen, but the player, from my understanding, is very attracted by Chelsea project. So the deal is on. Lacroix, Chelsea, also on player side, is absolutely hot. And so, guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories from Lacroix to Nico Paz to all the other stories, Bruno Guimarães, Elliot Anderson, Gonzalo Ramos, plenty of news. Guys, let me know your opinion, as always, here in the comments. Remember to like this video, to turn on the notification bell, to subscribe to the channel, and see you soon here with Fabrizio.